In the previous lesson, we saw how many amazing scripts are available and easy to install within AMPS. So let's take a closer look and install some of these within our installation.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
So going again to the end user control panel, we see that we've got any number of scripts that are available here. So let's say, for instance, one of the more popular ones might be WordPress that we might want to install. So we've got all the options here, more information about WordPress, how much space is required, related scripts, and a whole lot more. So if we want to find out more about WordPress, we can always review all of this information. So once we're ready to install it, we can set that up and do the installation here. So we've got our option for our HTTP. We can choose the domain. So we set up that new one, testdev, in the last lesson. So let's go ahead and do that one as well. If we want to make a directory that's relevant within our domain, we can do that as well, or we can install it on the root. So we can just leave this blank if we're installing on the root. So let's install it on the root. Down here is the database settings. So if you have installed WordPress before, you might be familiar with what all of these settings do. And the database setting here is basically it prefixes it. So in case you only have one database and you've got some other tables, you do have the ability to install it by prefixing it. And this also gives you the option to install multiple WordPress installs within the same database. All we have to do is have different prefixes. And then WordPress is smart enough to know and differentiate between them. We've got our site name, so this is the default within WordPress, the site. We've got a site description there. We can also enable multi-site if we want, but we're not going to do that for this instance. We've got the default admin account, so it's admin, password is just pass, admin email. So you could utilize these however you want. We can generate keys and so on, but for this is just a demo installation, so I'll just show you, we can just use the defaults of admin and pass. We've got languages here, we've got plugins that we can install, we've got even more advanced options as well, and as well we can select a theme right off the bat in order to install it. So this is something again that's optional within WordPress, and once we're ready we can also go and look at some more themes and so on. So this is something, another option here within our WordPress install. We can select a theme. So once we have one that we like, then we can go and do the install. So right now it's downloading the WordPress and doing the full install. This is the same thing that you would see happening on your server, doing the install, configuration, and setup of WordPress. And of course it's going to set that up within our database, so we'll be able to take a look at that as well. So now we can see that it's doing the install, so 3 to 4 minutes to do the full install, copying the files and folders into that directory, so that test dev directory. So we can see it's doing the install, something has changed, and now when I go to that test dev directory, we see that all of the WordPress files are set up there and it's still running all of the configuration. So it's downloaded, copied all of WordPress into there, and 41% right now, and we can see that there's changes happening within our install. So it is looking different. It is actually starting to look like a WordPress install, the one that we selected, and it's as easy as that to do the full installation of WordPress in under a few minutes. Get that up and running within your website. And then of course we can go to the login area of there and type in our login and log in to our WordPress database, which is not yet ready yet. So give it a few more minutes to finish the configuring and the theme installation, and then we'll take a look at our brand new WordPress install that we've done on our local machine. Remember again that this is sitting on our computer. It's not sitting anywhere else. It's sitting within the computer on the local machine. So now that we've got it installed, we can go to WordPress admin and type in our password, so admin pass, and log into WordPress, we've got our WordPress dashboard all ready to go. We can go visit the site at any time. So this is the site that we just installed. We've got the full WordPress dashboard ready to go. Try it out. And remember, again, this is running on our own computer, so it's not running anywhere else. And this is just really how easy and amazing it is to work with AMPS, because you can do these installs so quick and easily and get even more information as you need it. And of course, the option to tweet it as well down here. And then this, as you can see, this is just regular WordPress, and you can go ahead and test it out, try it out, publish pages, and so on. So notice that it's taken that URL and running WordPress. And the really cool thing about AMPS, again, is just all of these scripts that are ready to go. And this is a great opportunity to try out different scripts, and without a lot of effort, try them out and see how they work, see if you like them. And of course, there's all kinds of information online for these additional scripts and so on. So a lot of really great stuff happening here within AMPS, and this is one of the most powerful features of AMPS. So the next lesson, so this one we looked at scripts, and we could select from any one of the scripts. We can also do a backup of the installation. So this is another really cool feature of AMPS, because we can back it up and we can import it and so on. So this is another great option that we can do within our AMPS install. So we're going to take a look at that in the upcoming lesson.